Now, what I'm going to be doing today is showing you all of the traits that will leave you emasculated, okay? Now, keep in mind, these are going to go against the traditional way that majority of men look at dating. This is going to go against the modern mainstream narratives of what men are supposed to do and how men are supposed to behave. Rest assured, by the end of this video, this is also going to embed a different level of thinking into your head. However, one thing that I can promise is that you will look at the world differently and you will see the world differently once I show you these specific things, okay? These things are what 99% of men are blind to. And even if the men that are included in that category are sleeping with women and occasionally getting dates, rest assured they're going to bed every single night with the exact same void deep down inside of their head and inside of their heart that you can't even see. Okay, from the outside looking in, you would never know. So stick with me until the end because this is totally going to change your life. The very first trait that will leave you emasculated is 100% indulging into party culture, okay, just to get women. You have to understand this like at a deep primal level. At a deep primal level, men are builders. At a deep primal level, men are creators. Like your body and your mind wants you to be healthy, able, creative, and capable. Not only taking care of your health, your wealth, and your well-being, but building something that is productive on this earth because you have a God-given purpose. When you are indulging in party culture or hookup culture just to sleep with women, what you're doing is you're leading your entire life with ego just to fill the void, to prove to yourself that you are good enough or you are attractive. And while this may feel good for the brief 30 minutes to an hour that you're doing it, rest assured by the end of it, you're going to be wondering why you even indulged in those things and in the first place. And on top of that, you're going to be secretly regretting that you did it. So because of that, you have to actually see the pitfall and the trap. When 99% of men go one way, the truth is if you can run the opposite, that is where the success actually lays. The second trait that is going to leave you emasculated, okay? And rest assured, this right here is what your favorite influencer is doing. This is what your favorite social media masculinity guru is doing. This is what every single man out there is doing right now. And it is posting on social media repetitively with stories just to promote your lifestyle. Okay, you have to look at this at a fundamental level. When a man is showboating anything, okay, I don't care if it's status, I don't care if it's girls, I don't care if it's, resources, I don't care if it's a certain lifestyle or being at a club. What it is at a deep down level is you are looking for external validation. Every single time when you see a man posting for external validation, even if he's attracting women while he's doing it, you have to know that that external validation that he's seeking for is because deep down that man does not feel good enough as is. You see, we live in a world right now that is promoting toxic ways of life, and these toxic ways of life weave itself into your mind. And when you see other men doing these things, okay, what will happen is they will have outside or external status symbols. They maybe have a high follower count, they maybe have a high bank account, they maybe have high resources, but rest assured they are promoting and showing these things because what they're hoping is it's going to make other people like them. If they were truly content with them, if they were truly secure with them, if they were happy just acquiring those resources and those external ways of fulfillment as is on their own, in no way, shape, or form would they need to promote it and showboat it. But the problem that you're seeing is since they're looking for that external validation, they are slowly becoming emasculated and they're being seduced into a way of looking for external validation. Third thing that will leave you far weaker as a man is listening to music and listening to media that slowly seduces you into living a toxic lifestyle. You see, when every single time you turn on the radio, when every single time you turn on your smartphone, when every single time you listen to some sort of playlist, you're hearing the same things about sleeping with women, and then you're going to hear the same things about smoking something, drinking something, partying something. The bass is booming. Okay, what's happening is these things are creating external stimulus. And these external stimuluses, or if that's even a word, external stimulus that you're constantly looking for, what it's doing is it's robbing you not only of your dopamine, and it's a constant trigger, but it is slowly seducing you into that level of lifestyle. And what you have to know is you have to be able to see these things even though they feel good. If you don't spot these things, it's going to slowly take away your mind. And here's what I can tell you with this, okay? What you hear, okay, the thoughts, like what you hear through your ears embeds a thought. What you think about day to day repetitively is what you speak into existence. What you speak into existence, guess what happens? That starts to actually manifest your reality. And what will happen is by the end of it, you don't even know how you got into the mindset of the low level behavior with all of the dependencies and vices that at one point in your life you never had, but now you do. You have to be aware of this. When you listen to toxic media, it is slowly stripping you of all of the things that make you strong and powerful as a man. The fourth thing that is going to slowly make you a weaker man and potentially leave you emasculated is if you become a follower and not a leader. See, the reason why I talk about this at such a deep level is because if you start to become a follower, you will do the things that the masses do, which means not only are you looking for external validation, but rest assured, majority of men, and when I say majority, I'm talking 99% of men right now have no success. They don't have success in their dating life. They don't have success in their relationships. They don't have success financially. They don't have success where they go to bed every night with a positive, uplifting mindset on their purpose. No. What they have is a void. And they're hoping by being with these people, they're hoping if they can stay in a crowd, they're hoping, okay, if they can avoid being alone, that's when they're going to be accepted and they're going to find fulfillment. But this couldn't be further from the truth. See, what I can tell you is that 9 times out of 10, when you recognize that majority of men are all going one way and you purposefully refuse to go that way and you turn the other direction and you do the opposite of what the masses do, that right there is where the success happens. That right there is where you find your God-given purpose. That right there is where you meet the right types of women in life. And that right there is where you have the mindset of a winner. And these things truly are the determining factors whether you sink or swim when it comes to your own self-improvement and masculinity journey. And last but not least, the fifth and final point that is so important because these things will leave you a weaker, shell-like version of yourself is sleeping with lots of women strictly to fill the void. Okay, now you have probably done this in your life. Okay, majority of men have done this, and I totally understand why, due to the way that the world is set up and the things, the types of things that men consume today. You feel as if that's going to give you a sense of strength and power, but this couldn't be further from the truth. If you have the deep desire to sleep with tons of women at all times, whether you tell yourself it's a high value trait or not, secretly and silently, you are falling into patterns of lust. When you fall into patterns of lust, you become a weaker version of yourself, and you become a weaker version of yourself because subconsciously you will consistently put women on the pedestal due to the fact that you are always in pursuit. You are always chasing. You're always hoping, right, that you can get that intimacy or potentially sleep with that woman. And that right there is the fastest way to make you a weaker man. So these points, okay, rest assured, if you stuck to just these for the next 365 days, you would come back to this video and you would comment and you would say, Casey, this totally changed my life. Sadly, majority of men today are not dedicated to stick to these things, but rest assured, if you are part of the 1%, if you are truly, okay, a full stack man on his purpose, building something in his life, you will tremendously see success with this at a far quicker pace. If you like this video, hit the like button, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.